Welcome students of Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College. Students, we are back with the part 2 chapter, that is mechanical properties of fluids. In the earlier part we have studied about the definition of angle of contact. In this part we are going to deal with the details of surface tension and angle of contact. Let's begin on with the relation between the surface energy and surface tension. As you could see in the diagram that there is a film which is being dragged along. So when I talk about the surfaces, that is P, Q, R, S, you could see with a red arrow that it is being shifted to the positions Q dash and R dash. Now this film is very similar when you have seen your mothers using the detergent powders, a small bubble of soap is formed. A similar film we have tried to form on this frame and we have dragged it along to the position Q dash and R dash. When I talk about what is the relation between the surface energy and surface tension, we'll be coming on to the work which is being done in moving the film from one position to another. Let us begin on with the derivation. Each arm of the frame experiences the inward force due to the film, and the force acting is given by F is equal to T multiplied by 2L. 2L would be the length, which is twice, because we are going to consider the upward position as well as the downward position. Since the film has two surfaces, the total length is 2L. The force due to the surface tension is given by dW is equal to F multiplied by dx. Dx would be the small displacement that takes place. So using the equation dW is equal to tension multiplied by, you will be writing the force dx as 2 multiplied by L dx. Therefore dW is given as T multiplied by dA. Thus the surface tension is equal to the surface energy. Here we have seen in part 2, that is the shape of the meniscus, whether the angle of contact which was formed was concave or convex. Let us cite an example in details now. We will go with the example of a liquid which is taken as kerosene. As you see in the diagram, students, the solid which is in contact with the liquid makes an angle, that is the theta which is being formed, and the three alphabets representing P, R and C showing the adhesive force which is acting on the solid, the cohesive force which is acting in the liquid, and the resultant force which is acting because of the adhesive and the cohesive forces. Now the sphere of the influence which is being formed, you could see the mediums, that is the air and liquid, are in contact with each other. Let us understand how this acute angle of contact is formed. The molecule experiences the both cohesive as well as adhesive forces. The net adhesive force acting on the wall is horizontal and the net cohesive force acting on molecule is directed at 45 degrees. So for the resultant force to be normal, the liquid piles up and it makes the meniscus convex, which is very clearly seen in the diagram. Let us move on to the second example, that is the convex meniscus, which is showing the formation of the obtuse angle of contact. The example which I have taken out here is mercury in a glass bottle. This could be seen in thermometers also, which is used for measuring the temperature. Let us see in the diagram, you could see the solid in contact with the liquid. Once again, the adhesive force represented by AP, the cohesive force represented by C, and the resultant force which is represented by R. The tangent again coming vertically outward, which I can't show in this two-dimensional figure, but it is perpendicular to the surfaces. The molecule here experiences again both cohesive as well as the adhesive forces. The net adhesive force acting is horizontal on the vertical wall. Therefore, the magnitude of cohesive force is large and the net resultant force is directed inside the liquid. The liquid near the wall creeps and such liquid do not wet the solid. The third example is of a highly pure water, which is showing the zero angle of contact. As you see in the diagram, students, that your solid which is in contact with the liquid is forming theta which is equal to 0. The sphere of influence which is showing the adhesive force, that is P, and the resultant force R together. Cohesive force is totally absent in this. Therefore, the liquid molecules near the contact region are so less in number that their cohesive force becomes negligible. The net adhesive force itself becomes the resultant force, which is seen in the figure, and the tangent is along the wall inside the liquid. It is not coming vertically outward as it was in the earlier examples. Therefore, the angle of contact here becomes 0. Let us move on to the shape of the liquid drops on a solid surface. Now this is one more example which shows you that when I take the theta, that is the angle of contact for a given solid liquid pair, you could see the three tensions out here, that is the T1, T2 and T3. T1 is showing you the force due to the surface tension at liquid solid interface. T2 is showing you the force due to the surface tension at air solid interface. And T3 is showing you the force due to the air liquid interface. So when I take all these interfaces and for the equilibrium of the drop, the T2, that is the tension, which is nothing but a combination of T1 plus T3 cos theta. And here, students, the cos theta has to be positive. That is, the angle of contact is acute. Let us cite on another example, which is the shape of the liquid drops on a solid surface. Here you could see that there is a small drop which is formed and the cos theta or the angle of contact is obtuse in nature. So when I take all the tensions, that is the T1, T2 and T3 along the different interfaces, I can take that if cos theta is negative, that is the angle of contact is obtuse, my cos theta becomes 1, and then the angle of contact when I take up in another example, it becomes 0. The fourth example, where the cos theta is greater than 1, the liquid spreads and the drop will not be formed. So these were the cases. I repeat again. The first case, that is the theta is negative, the angle of contact becomes obtuse. The angle of contact is 0, as we have seen in the earlier 0 angle of contact. If your cos theta is 1 and cos theta is greater than 1, then the liquid will spread. This is how we seen when any water falls on the floor of the surface. Let us talk about the factors which are affecting the angle of contact. When I talk about the factors affecting the angle of contact, I will be talking about the three things which affects. First is the nature. The nature and the nature of the solid and the liquid which are in contact with each other. Whether they are going to mix up with each other, whether they are miscible or immiscible or sparingly immiscible, it depends on all those factors. Let us go on to the second factor, which says about impurities. The impurities present in a liquid can change the angle of contact. For example, when I add a detergent powder to the water, my detergent powder changes the angle of the contact and thereby again changes the surface tension. It helps us to remove the dirt particles. Let us talk about the temperature. An increase in the temperature of a liquid also decreases the angle of contact. Let us now move on to the factors affecting the surface tension. Students, the factors which are affecting the surface tension are, first is the impurities and second is the temperature. When I go in details, I'll be talking about the substances which are soluble, sparingly soluble and insoluble. Let us cite the first example, that is the common salt which we take. When soluble substance is dissolved in water, the surface tension of water increases. Example, NaCl. When I take up the sparingly soluble substance such as detergent or phenol, which is used as a cleanser for the floor, the surface tension of the water decreases. And third example I am taking is of an insoluble impurity when it is added, for example, mercury. Mercury does not align to any of the surfaces, therefore the surface tension of the water decreases. Let's move on to the second factor. Let us talk about the effect of temperature. In most liquids, as the temperature increases, the surface tension decreases. It is suggested that the cotton fabric should be washed in the cold water. Let us move on to the example of hot water. If I use a hot water is used to remove the tough stains on the fabric because it lowers the surface tension. And whatever dirt is aligned on, that could be easily removed out. Let us go on to the case of a molten copper or a cadmium. This is the state of a liquid which is in a molten state. So the surface tension increases with the increase in temperature. And the last example of the effect of temperature is that the surface tension of liquid becomes zero at a critical temperature. With this, students, we complete on your part 3 topic that was related to the surface tension and angle of contact. Let us move on to your assignment questions. I begin on with the first one. Write down the relation between surface tension and surface energy. Write down the different conditions showing the various angles of contact with the neat label diagram. Write down the different conditions showing the formation of the drops. What are the factors affecting the angle of contact and what are the factors affecting the surface tension? Students, the reference books as mentioned earlier also, go through this link, which is your physics textbook link. Please go through the diagrams, prepare your notes and get through the topics thoroughly. Thank you, students.